Did you know writing procrastination is awesome? Because that's where I'm at. I haven't decided when I'm posting this, if I'm posting it after and I actually get my butt in gear, if I have a prepared, scooch it up video. But I have got one chapter written in my Cozy Mystery series, and I am more motivated to resume my life back into the witchcraft books. And I think it's a lot just to do with fear, because I have written like 5 fiction books. That's been my focus for a long time, and it doesn't sell. Like, I sold some, I would say a decent chunk, but I mean realistically no, of my first book. But I also had more of an audience here, and I was more in the author community, and I was building my little small tribe, and then I just kind of dropped off the face of the planet. I've told the story so many times, but like, I've tried that whole series, and then I tried another like little series, and neither of them are selling at all. Like, I will sell maybe like under 5 copies when I do a release, and then that's it. And so like, I think I'm just having such a hard time taking the effort to write these books, because it's like, but no, because like, I hope that the Cozy Mystery is going to be different, that it's going to be the one that actually sells, but I think I just have this like subconscious / actually conscious fear that like, it's not going to sell, so why am I wasting my time on this? And to like just pull back until it's like just a hobby, and not try and like write 5,000 words a day and be like, I'll just write like a chapter a day, it's fine. And to continue writing my witchy books, which then it brings the freaking chaos. I know I've talked about it, but like the thing of like, I see your 12 books a year, I raise you 18 because I keep going back and forth, because I want to be able to actually like make money. That's the thing. And it's weird because people get really weird when you talk about being in like the creative work and wanting to make money, which is ironic because it's like, you realize that we need to eat and like afford life, and not everyone has like a really rich spouse that can just allow you to just be this playwriter just because you want to. And when I say play, I mean like fun, childish play, not like playwriter, screenwriter kind of a thing. But yeah, I mean, my husband does make not great money. It feels like it should be like a really good paycheck, but the cost of living has just made that not true. And I mean, it's enough that we pay our bills and such, kinda, and like we live at home because living as adults on our own is like beyond expensive, and we would rather just spend our money on other things than to just dump it into renting a place. And eventually we're just gonna do a multi-generational house and get a bigger house. But anyways, in order to do that, I need to make money. So that is my focus, that is my goal, that is the prime thing, is focusing on money making. And of course I'm doing what I love. I don't really like cater my work to like be trendy, really. Like, I write the witchcraft books I want to write, that I think should exist, and like my own perspective on them. And there's some that I'm holding back on doing because I don't feel qualified yet to talk about them. Like, I have plans to do like a Zodiac book and or series, tarot and or series, maybe runes. My god, that community can be toxic. But like, I have plans. I'm not there yet. I don't think I have enough experience with it yet. I haven't researched enough to feel qualified to talk about it. But on other things, I got this. I'm ready to go. And so it's like, I'm having a hard time being like, I should wait to do that. I should work on this random fiction one that may or may not sell, like, at all. And so I've hit this, like, I just was like super anxious about it this morning. So I chose Chaos, and I outlined another book. Oh yeah, the outlines are progressively getting more psychotic. But here we are, it's just absolute chaos. But it makes sense to me. So this is a book that I already had the title picked, and then in my researching stuffs of the end of the year videos, I found out that the title was already taken, and it was like, damn it, that was a good title. So I don't know if the new title is available or not. I hope it is, but I want to call it Budget Witch because I wanted to call it Broke Witch. Why would that be an option? It's already taken. Maybe Budget Witch. Hoping, dreaming. But basically it's witchery on a budget so that poor folk can have ideas, because sometimes it feels like there's so much that you need to buy, and I'm wanting this book to be like, hey, maybe we only buy a couple things and we're good to go. And so I'm doing like different types of spells for different like focus areas, so that there's like 75 currently planned spells to do, and there are 15 different focus areas. So I have got money coming in, so like manifesting money, money getting paid / like debt reduction. I broke love into 3 different sections because I was like, you know what, that's actually pretty vague. Honestly, when you're like, love, it's always the same one. Let's break it up. Self-love, oh yeah, let's do a section. Romantic love, hell yeah. And then friendship, let's do a section. Then we got protection magic. And then I was like, oh cool, then I can just do the Wheel of the Year. So there's 8 sections right there. And then I also ended up adding afterwards was cleansing, because I was like, you know what? Actually, I should do that one too. That's a magical section that would be good to have. And then in each of those sections is 5 different spell types. So I have kitchen magic, tea magic, candle magic, crystal magic, and the cheapest of them all, visualization. It costs you nothing to use your mind. And yeah, that's the outline. And I'm like stoked to work on it. And it's like, I'm having a hard time being like, I need to work on this fiction book. And again, the hope that maybe it's gonna sell. Where this one, I know it will. I've already sold a copy of my latest one, book 9. That one I sold a copy already. And I haven't had a sale for like a month, so it's been pretty cool. And December was pretty iffy. I'd only had, I think, 2 sales. So like, to have that one like the day it comes out is awesome. And so it really does lead me towards like, do I choose violence and do I choose to hate myself and do 18 books? Because if the fiction sells, awesome. If it doesn't, I have other books going up. And that it really does treat fiction more as like a little bit of a hobby. And to be honest, it doesn't feel as overwhelming to only have to write a fiction chapter a day-ish. I'm trying to get to where I don't really have to work weekends, but like, just to take that time of like, it's okay. It'll take a little longer than a month, which is fine, because it'd be the bonus 18, but extra 6 books of the year. And then my witchcraft books don't take as long to write the chapters. It just comes easier. It's a lot of just research and already knowing stuff. And just, I read so many witchcraft books anyway, so it's just always on the brain that it's so easy to do. Where fiction, you have to come up with how to make people. You're making people and situations and things, and it's hard to come up with. And to do 5,000 words of that a day is like, damn. But if it's only under 2,000 words, I can kind of be like, oh my god, like, just get it done. And it'll be like an hour or less, and you'll be done. Versus 3, which was my goal. And then it's like, oh my god, that's so much. I don't know if I can do it, dude. I don't know. And then the witchcraft ones, I'm excited to do because, like, again, I know that, like, A, I like how my spells and stuff turn out. I like how those books are turning out. But B, again, I know that I will actually sell those books. I know that when I hit publish, I can almost guarantee I will have some sales, where I don't have that guarantee with my fiction. And I think like that's just where it's so hard, because like when you get your niche going, you have such a hard time wanting to abandon it. And yet also, like, I do want to do fiction. And then, like, the reality kicks in of, like, do you really want to write that many books at a time? But is it okay if I don't get all 6 books written this year? And then it takes a little more time. And I just am constantly working on it in the background. But it's only 1 chapter a day rather than 5,000 words. Like, it's just, it makes it feel more realistic. And like the witchcraft books go by pretty quick, because like writing those chapters can take a long time, but also they can go really fast. And really, this one is going to be like, okay, maybe like write, I don't know, like a spell a day, but then I'm gonna need something to come out in February, so it's coming up. I mean, as of right now, today's the 14th, so like I kind of figured this out now, but I think I could get this book done while still working on my other one. I don't know, this is where I'm at. So right now, I have outlined my other book. Am I moving into the chaos region of 18 books in a year? Maybe. That's also the joy of doing this full time, and I do treat it full time, because like I do really just want to do this as a job, and I need to make money so that I can even file taxes to do this as a job, let alone to like buy food and get an oil change and, you know, the usual stuffs. So I don't know. Is that crazy? Is it crazy? Probably. But also, is it? Is it? I don't know. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm leaning towards maybe doing one chapter of the fiction a day. And that would make it so that basically I would have 9 weeks of working on it. And again, my first draft is where it takes me the longest, because after that, editing goes by so much faster. But that first draft, that first figuring everything out, outlining and plotting and everything, that's what takes time. And like this outline, I had already had a vague idea for it before. So it wasn't like I just came up with this today. It was just heavy on the brain for the past few days. And it was like, oh God, do I really want to, like, I think the fact that I'm feeling so mixed emotions about just dedicating to doing a fiction work is proof that maybe I need to just also do a witchcraft at the same time and just like be ready. Both of them working, and then who knows, maybe they'll be publishing roughly back to back. That'd be cool. And then I'd have more done. And also I could then have my goal of all of the books published. My ultimate little goal that I've had for so many years now, like I initially had the game plan back when, oh God, it was like 2019 is when I had the idea, and it felt so unrealistic to do, and now I'm like, hell yeah, it's realistic, I got this. But like also, I think there's just something about like treating your creative life, if you want it to be a job, is to treat it like a job. And a lot of people don't. And like, that's fine. But I think that's like, it's one of those things where you really have to like look at it and like comparatively be like, okay, is writing your hobby that like if you make some money, cool? Or is writing your job? And especially if you're not trying to do traditional publishing, like really how you're gonna make money, and like rapid release is what I'm doing. And now that I know that it's not this really crazy thing that people are doing it, it's like, okay, I think I can do this. Because like I think back to my other jobs and how much time I spent doing really menial, stupid tasks that had no rhyme or reason to my existence and was just like the stupidest way to waste your life. And like at least this way, I am working and doing things I love. And like, I think I have enough of my day broken up that it doesn't feel so overwhelming. But also the idea of spending like 3 to 4 hours a day writing isn't that hard for me. And to some people, that might seem like a lot, and to others that might not be like a lot. Like some people write like a full 8 hours a day. I don't think I could write that many hours in a day, but I work at least close to that, because like I'm reading, I'm editing, I'm recording, like I'm doing all of these things. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might just start on the other book and then just do them at the same time. Just because I think that's, I feel like go with the flow of the crazy, where the crazy is telling you just follow it until you change your mind again. And for my woo-woo people, it is the human design thing. I am a Manny Gen, and that is what we're supposed to do, is just like when the winds of change pull you, just follow what your gut says to do and it'll work out. And that's what I'm doing. And it feels much more accomplishable to be like, all right, I can write one chapter of this fiction book and then I can work on the other one. That feels realistic. Trying to write 3 chapters of that just feels so overwhelming, but it shouldn't, but it does. So anyways, I think that's where I'm at for life. I'm working on book 10 and 11 simultaneously. Wouldn't it be funny if they don't come out in the right order though? That'd be hilarious to be like, JK, book 10's actually not book 10. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for listening to my writing rambles. And make sure to check out my books. They are always linked down below. And until next time, I will see you soon.